Banded glutes and core today. No shoes needed unless you want them. We're actually going to spend a lot of time on the mat. I forgot my workout. I need that.
That would help.
Yep. Let's go ahead. Start in all fours for me. Hands right under those hips or under those shoulders. Knees around those hips. Take it to a few cat-cows. Just taking this moment to kind of scan the body, seeing how you're feeling. You can take it to some hip circles, barrel rolls, whatever feels good to you. Right now, our focus is just bringing our mind into our body, our awareness into what we're doing. Letting go of anything we brought from earlier today into the room, onto the mat with us. It's not going to do us any good here. Taking our breath to whatever we want. About 10 more seconds here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that spine back to neutral. You're going to take that left arm, right leg, reach them nice and long. Squeeze that right glute. Pull that belly button into the back of the spine, and then crunch knee to elbow. Good. Reaching back out. Knee to elbow. Using that core to stabilize those hips. Squeezing the right glutes as you get that right leg long to lift just a little higher before you come back in. Pulling those shoulder blades apart to make sure we don't crunch in, collapse into those shoulders. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Even that weight out between hands and knees. We're going to take that left leg, right arm, reach it out. Pull that core in. Pull that shoulder blade down away from the ear. And squeeze. Knee to elbow. Good. When we reach out long, we're really focused on squeezing that left glute to lift up. Pulling the core in to stabilize the hips. About 10 more seconds here. For 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it on down to our seat. Grab your red band. Plop it up mid-thigh. Lot of lateral glute work today. Let me get my timer ready. We are going to start with the left leg to the sky. Right leg, right hips on the ground. Head is either on the ground or resting on your hand. Whatever feels good. And band is just somewhere mid-thigh. We just want to make sure it's not right over that knee. We're going to keep those feet together and just take it to clamshells, lifting and lowering. Top hip, stay stacked right on top of the bottom hip. Core is pulled in tight. And we are slowly lowering the legs back down. If you don't have a band or your band on its own is not challenging you enough, you can always bring the legs up off the mat. Really going to require you to focus on those lower abs a little more to keep the hips nice and even. Taking some deep breaths, focusing on squeezing the glute down to lift the knee up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the legs out. We're going to lift like we've done a million times. Tap behind, lift, tap in front. Here we go. Core is pulled in tight. Upper body is quiet. If I were to cut the screen in half and only see your upper body, I would think you were just laying there hanging out. I would not think you were doing any work. Taking some deep breaths. Trying to lift that bony part of your ankle a little higher each time. $15 more seconds. Remember to use those legs to control it back down. Don't let that band control you down. For 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it center, heel to butt. Trying to get that left knee a little higher to the sky as you focus on the spot where the glutes and the hamstrings meet. Firing up that left glute to lift that knee a little higher. Pulling that core in tight to make sure you're not rocking back. Squeeze that glute for 5, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten that leg, little circles, one direction. Kind of like you're drawing circles with the femur in the hip socket. Reaching that leg long, keep it high, and switch directions. Last 15. Come on, lift it a little higher. Let those glutes start to fire. Let them start to work. For 3, 2, and 1. Release. Before we switch sides, we're going to take it to some core work. So just bring that band down on your ankles, but keep it there. No need to take it all the way off. We have 1 minute of boat and frog, alternating between the two. So boat is legs stay together. Come up, reach the chest to the spot where the ceiling and the wall meet. Come back down. Frog is knees come apart. You reach your hands towards your heels. Come back. Boat, up, legs stay together. Frog, feet stay together, knees come out wide. 1 minute, alternating back and forth. Then we have 45 seconds high to low plank. 30 seconds Superman, and a low plank hold for 15. So 1 minute work, 45 work, 30 work, 15. Starting with low boat, low to high boat, and then frog sit up in 3, 2, and 1. Reaching to the spot where the ceiling and the wall meet on that boat. Bringing the knees out wide and reaching toes towards heels on that frog. If that band distracts you, you can take it off. You just gotta work fast to put it back on before we switch sides. Really focusing on pulling down those lower abs. Reaching long through the upper body as you sit up. We're over halfway. Pulling that belly button in tighter each time, especially as we get tired. Ten seconds. 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna flip it on over, 45 seconds. High to low plank. Starting high, drop down to low, then switch arms. High to low, always an option to drop to your knees. Here you go. Bring those elbows right under our shoulders each time. Squeezing the glutes together to support the lower back, to stabilize the hips. Always an option to take a rest in high plank. 20 seconds. Press those heels towards the back wall. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Superman, we're going to come up with straight arms. Bring them to goalpost arms. Squeeze those shoulder blades down the back. Reach the arms back up. Come down. Here we go. 30 seconds. Up. Squeeze those elbows wide, 90 degrees. Reach it out. Come back down. Only 30 seconds. You move at a pace that works for you. Really focus on firing the back of those shoulders up. Squeeze those glutes together for 10. We go right into a low plank in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right into that low plank. It's only 15 seconds. So pull that core in as tight as you can. For 3, 2, and 1. Good. Flip it on over to the other side. Pull that band up to mid-thigh, starting with clamshells. Right leg on top, left hip on the bottom. Here you go. Again, you are pulling the glute down to lift the knee up, pulling the belly button in to the back of the spine. Always an option to bring those legs off the mat. Use your lower abs a little more here. Staying in control of bringing it back down. Deep breaths. 10 seconds, we go to that straight leg, lift and lower. Squeeze those glutes down a little harder for 3, 2, and 1. Straight leg lift, tap behind, lift, tap in front. Pull that core in. Everything we do today works the core. Slow it down. "20 seconds. Can you lift up a little higher? Relax any tension in your jaw or your face. For 3, 2, hold it up, heel to butt. Now I can't get this heel all the way to my glutes, but I'm keeping my knees lined up. I'm using my glutes to lift my leg a little higher, and I'm still staying focused on that spot where the glutes and the hamstring meet. And I'm trying each time to squeeze a little tighter. Come on, lift higher, 10 seconds. I feel my glutes burning. 3, 2, 1, little circles. Really tighten that core, really squeeze those glutes to stay in control here. Make sure we're not all over the place. And switch directions. Come on, lift that leg a little higher. Pull it nice and long. You got it. For 5, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Bring that band back to your ankles. 1 minute. Boat and frog. Alternate in between. Same thing like we just did. Here you go. In 3, 2, 1. We don't take a lot of breaks in this class because it's not really a high intensity class. So if you need a break at any time, take it on your own. Our goal is to get those glutes and core and a little bit of those arms firing up as much as possible. Remember, you're pulling down with the belly button to reach up to try and get that chest to the ceiling and the wall. "20 seconds. Keep that focus right below the belly button. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flip it on over, 45 seconds, high to low plank. Here you go. Use that core to stay in control as you come down. Don't just collapse to the ground. You're using that upper body strength. We gotta be able to push ourselves up if we fall down. We gotta be able to pick ourselves up when we hit the ground. Press those heels towards the back wall. 15. Make sure you're alternating arms. For 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down, Supermans. Here we go. Lift up, squeeze those elbows down, reach them long. If you have any lower back pain, you can leave your feet on the mat and just focus on the upper body. Halfway. Come on, squeeze those elbows along the side of the body. Squeeze those shoulder blades together a little more. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Low plank, 15 seconds. Here you go. Pull that core in. Squeeze those glutes as tight as you can. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on to your back. Bring that band back up mid-thigh. We're going to give a little bit of break to the core. Taking some bridge work. Starting just with a normal bridge. So hopefully that band is tight enough. It's trying to pull your knees in. You're going to fire up the outside of the legs just enough to make sure the hips, knees, and toes line up. Make sure those feet don't sickle, don't flow out. And we're just going to take it to 30 seconds, bridge straight up. Squeeze the glutes, bring it down. Here we go. The second the glutes kiss the mat, push them back up, squeeze them at the top. 30 seconds, kind of stretching out the front of those hips. They might have gotten a little tight with that lateral work that we did. 10 seconds. 3, 2, hold it up. We're gonna hold that right leg as is. Take that left leg and lift and lower, straight leg. Here we go. The band's gonna try and pull it in. You gotta watch that form. Belly button's tight to make sure you're not rocking into the right hip. Keeping those hip bones nice and even. Squeezing those glutes to reach up a little higher. 10 more seconds. Come on, push up a little more. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switching sides. Here we go. Left leg down, right leg up. Lifts and lowers. Focusing on the spot between the bra line and the butt line. Building that powerhouse. Halfway, but that means you can push up a little higher. Make sure that left knee is not creeping in. For 3, 2, and 1. Double leg bridge. Here we go. Even it back out. 30 seconds. Weight's a little light in the toes, a little heavier in the heels. We focus on the back of the legs here. Pressing up, maybe if we've got tight quads, we press up far enough. We feel a stretch in the front of the body. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. We're gonna do that all again. Clamshells. Left leg to the sky. Make sure that band's on the middle of the thigh. Line that top hip up with the bottom hip. Knees lined up, feet stay together. We're just gonna squeeze the glutes to open that top leg. Here we go. We've been here once before. We know how long it lasts. We know that maybe we need to pick up the pace. Maybe we need to focus on squeezing down a little more to get the glutes to fire in the short amount of time we're on this side. Keep that top hip right over the bottom hip. 20 more seconds. You pick a pace You pick a spot, you can move your knees around. Find what's gonna make you feel those glutes fire. Straight leg, lift and lower, tapping in front and behind in 3, 2, and 1. Lift, tap behind, lift, tap in front. Trying to get higher than you did last time. Because you survived last time, you got through it. So you know you have a little more in you. Leading with the bony part of the ankle. $15 more seconds. Core is in tight. 3, 2, hold it up, heel to butt. Here we go. Pressing that left knee up towards the sky. I guess I should say pulling, not pressing. Pulling that left knee up towards the sky. While you think about the spot where the glutes and the hamstrings meet. Get those glutes to fire here. Finish this set out strong. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Little circles. Trying to lengthen the leg as you draw small, tiny circles. Core stays tight. Switch directions. Last 15. Come on, lift that leg up a little higher. 10. You got it. I can and I will. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Bring it on your backs. Boat and frog. Just like before. 1 minute boat and frog. 45 seconds low to high plank. 30 seconds Supermans and 15 seconds low plank hold. 1 minute boat and frogs in 3, 2, 1. Always an option. If you're finding it hard to get that lower abdominal wall to fire, if you're rounding your shoulders, you can leave your feet on the ground, crunch up, and then still open your feet up and crunch to the heels. Good. Controlling the back down as much as the up. "25 seconds to go." Can you reach that chest up a little higher to the spot where the ceiling and the wall meet? Our powerhouse comes from our glutes to our core in everything we do. 3, 2, and 1. Flip it over high to low plank. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 45 seconds. Let's go. Don't forget to lead with the opposite arm. One of the most important exercises we do. We should always be able to push ourselves up off the ground. Just over that halfway mark. $15 to go. Always an option to take a quick break in high plank. And then try and get right back into it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Superman with your arms. Hit it. This is one of those exercises you can kind of half-ass. You cannot focus. You can just come up barely and move the arms, or you can fire up that back. You can squeeze tight and you can reach long. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Low plank. Right into it. Squeeze the belly button in. Squeeze the glutes. You only have 15 seconds. to fire up that core. For 3, 2, 1. Woo! Switching sides. Clamshell. Other side. Here we go. Readjust that band. Adjust those hips. Keep the feet together. Lift and lower those knees. Let's go. Again, remember, you can play around with where your knees are to find where you feel your glutes fire the most. What is Izzy doing? Belly button still pulled in, nice and tight.
She's leaning against me. Making sure that I'm doing my work.
She doesn't have to do the work. She's about 2% body fat. If. Good, let's lift that leg a little higher. It's our last time here. 10 seconds. Here come those straight legs, lift and lowers. 3, 2, 1. Up, behind, up, in front. Using that core to quiet the upper body. That top hand can rest on your hips. It can rest on your glutes to remind you to squeeze your glutes. It can also gently rest right in front of you to help you stabilize. It's our last time. The goal is not to coach through this. The goal is to pull everything in nice and tight so we are struggling at the end. It takes more mental than physical strength. For 5, heel to butt in 3, 2, 1, lift it up, heel to butt. Try to increase that range of motion as you focus on the back of the leg, pulling that heel in. Nice deep breaths. You got it. Come on, lift that leg a little higher.
I just don't have glutes.
For 5, focus on it. That's why we do this.
Yeah, that's
3,
why I'm doing it.
2, little circles, your last 30 seconds here. Squeeze that glute down and draw tiny little circles, about a dinner plate size. And switch directions. Come on, lift that leg a little higher. For 5, you got it. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Bring it down. Last time of that core set. Core set, not corset. Frog and boat. 1 minute, high to low plank. Superman and low plank. Here's the deal though, we're adding 15 seconds to each set. So it's a minute 15, 1 minute high to low, 45 Superman, 30-second low plank, but we don't come back to this. Here we go, a minute and 15 seconds of boat and frog in 3, 2, 1. Pulling the core in to lift the chest up. Again, always an option to leave the feet on your mat. I just want you though to switch between straight up and reaching down towards the heel. So you challenge it a little more. 30 seconds down, 45 to go. If you feel your lower back, that's your reminder. Tighten up the core. Go on those frogs, squeeze the heels together. Get the inside of those thighs to work a little bit for you. 25 seconds. We got it, ladies and gentlemen. There's the minute mark. Here's our bonus. Three, 2, and 1. High to low plank. 1 minute. You got 5. You got 4, 3, 1. Press those heels to the back wall. Alternate one arm drops. 1 minute here. You got it. Looking down and slightly in front of you to keep that head in line with your spine. Squeezing those glutes to stabilize those hips. Try to slow yourself on the back down. Good. There's 45. Here's our 15-second bonus. Three, 2, and 1. Superman's 45 seconds. 3, 2, 1. What you put into this exercise is what you get out of it. Just like life. If you give it your all, if you stay focused on this moment, you're going to get everything you can out of it. If you let your mind wander, if you try to multitask, you're not going to get everything. You're not going to be your greatest here. That's 30. Our bonus 15 right now. Lift up a little higher for me. For 5, 4, 3, 2, low plank. 30 seconds. Deep breath. Control your breathing. That's 15. Here's our bonus 15. Squeeze those glutes a little tighter. Three, 2, 1. Woo! All right, bring it on your back. Bring that band back up to mid-thigh. Bridge pose here. Here we go, 30 seconds. Straight bridge in 3, 2, 1. The second those glutes kiss the mat, you push them back up and you squeeze them at the top. Don't let that band pull you in. Good, let's stretch out that lower back a little bit. Stretch out the front of the body. 10 seconds. Don't just let your hips drop. Control them on the way down as well. For 3, 2, leave that left leg down, right leg straight, lift and lower. Here we go. Squeeze the left glute. Make sure you're keeping those hips on the same plane. Push those hips up a little higher. Halfway. 10. Squeeze those glutes. Come on. For 5, 3, 2, 1. Right leg down. Left leg lift and lower. Trying to reach that left leg long. Lengthening it as you strengthen those right glutes and those abs. Halfway. Try to keep those hips quiet. Again, if I was to look from your hips up, I would think you weren't doing anything. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Double leg bridge. Take some deep breaths. That band's trying to pull your knees in. You're firing the outside of your glutes to keep them straight. Belly button pulled in tight. Ten seconds. For 5, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take that band off. We are going to end with our 20-second on, 10-second off. Semi-version of Tabata planks. We have 4 minutes. 20-second low plank, 10 seconds recover. 20-second high plank, 10 seconds recover. Alternating between high or low and high, I should say. 20 on, 10 off. 4 minutes to finish this class up. Starting in low plank. Here we go, 20 seconds, that's all. 3, 2, 1. Pull those shoulder blades apart. Make sure you're not collapsing into the collarbone. Press those heels towards the back wall. 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds off. High plank. 3, 2, 1. Make those fingers nice and wide. Give me a strong base through your hands. Fire up those triceps. 3, 2, 1. Low plank. We got 1 minute down. 3, 2, let's go. Squeezing those glutes and pulling those belly buttons in. So 20 seconds is enough. Don't just let that belly hang there. Fire it up. 3, 2, 1. High plank in 5, 2, let's go. Finding strength in the stillness. Finding power in the quiet. 3, 2, 1. Halfway. Low plank. That's not gonna work, is 2, 1. Breathing out any doubt. Breathing out any tension that you're putting in the shoulders. Put that work in the glutes and the core. 3, 2, 1. High plank. 3, 2, let's go. Ready or not, tell your mind it's excited. Tell your body it's happy to be here. Happy to be able to do this work. 3, 2, 1. 1 more each, low and high. 3, 2, hit it. Your last low plank of the day, at least of the day with me. Ten seconds. Squeeze everything in a little tighter for me. 3, 2, 1. 1 more. 20 seconds of work left. High plank in 3, 2, hit it. Pressing those heels. I'm not adding on. It's just 20 seconds, so you can squeeze everything in a little tighter. 5 seconds. Come on. 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. You push it back, down or child's pose, excuse me. Pressing those hips towards the heels. Taking some deep breaths. Walk those hands over the right knee. Stretching out the left side body. Bring it to center. Push those hips back a little farther. Walk it over the right knee, stretching out the left side body. And yeah, I think I did the opposite. You do the opposite. You know what you're doing. Bring it to center. those legs up and under. You're gonna come onto your backs. Cross that left ankle over the right knee. Bring those hands and thread them through. Grab onto the right hamstring. Pull in, figure 4 stretch. Good. Cross, bring that right foot to the ground. Cross the left knee over the right knee like you're sitting in a chair. Scoot your hips to the left. Let your knees fall to the right for a spinal twist, or take it to any type of spinal twist you want, with your legs falling to the right, your head looking over the left. And slowly unwind. Center those hips up, uncross those legs. Take your right ankle, cross it over your left knee. Pull your left leg towards your chest. Thread your hands around the hamstring, left hamstring. Figure 4 stretch, other side. So you're pulling that left leg in while you think about pushing that right knee away. And release, bring that left foot to the ground. Cross that right knee over the left like you're sitting in the chair. Scoot your hips to the right. Let your knees fall to the left as you look over that right side, or whatever spinal twist you want. And slowly unwind. Even those hips out, uncross those legs. Sit it on up with your legs out in front of you. You're gonna cross that right leg over your left. Sit up nice and tall and fall forward, reaching towards those feet. Maybe you're grabbing onto your calf. Maybe you're grabbing onto your ankles. Maybe you're grabbing onto your thighs.
Or maybe you're putting your hands behind you because you're that tight.
You should have done yoga with us this morning. Is what that says. Letting that head fall if you can. Be sloppy with it. Good. And slowly release. Sit up nice and tall. Unwind those legs. Left leg over the right. Sweep those arms up and fall forward. Grabbing anywhere on your legs that you can, except for those knees. Let's be gentle with those joints. And sit up nice and tall. Unwind those legs, both legs out in front. One last time. Sweep it up, soften in those knees, and fall forward. Maybe swaying a little bit, just making sure we're not bouncing up and down. We're slow and controlled with our movements. Taking a moment to thank the body for the work that it did today. Thank the mind for allowing the body to work. And roll it on up. Awesome job today. Hope to see you all on Monday. And I'll get this email sent out to you with the workouts. Take care.